Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really special.
Oh, yeah. What we got?
It's the Master Grade 1100 MS-07B Gouf Ver 2.0, but the clear color version.
The Clear Gouf 2.0. Very cool. Gundam base exclusive, right?
That's the one. It's slated for July 26th, 2025, and the price is 4,620 yen, tax included.
Okay.
So what we want to do today is figure out what makes this kit more than just another variant. Why is it a real, trophy piece?
Right. Well, the biggest thing, obviously, is that clear color aspect. It's not just a goof. It takes the classic blue giant look and makes it transparent, so you can actually see all the mechanics inside. It's like an X-ray view.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. The armor is actually 2 different shades of clear blue. Gives it some depth.
Exactly. But the really interesting part, I think, is the inner flame.
Go on.
It's molded in this metallic gray, and it's meant to be seen. It shifts the focus, makes the skeleton the star almost.
Okay, so it's a display piece right out of the box.
Definitely. And this specific kit, the mold itself, it comes from the golden age of MG 2.0s. Think around 2009.
Ah, so it's based on that Zaku 2.0 frame.
Pretty much, yeah. It inherits that incredibly detailed and really solid inner frame structure from the MG Zaku J Type Fur 2.0.
Which were revolutionary back then.
Totally. But this has, specific tweaks and enhancements for the Gouf's chunkier, more muscular build. It's a piece of Gunpla history you can hold.
And what about putting it into poses? How's the articulation? Any special tricks?
Oh, it's got some neat stuff. The side skirt armor, for instance, it slides along with the front skirt.
Okay.
Which lets the legs bend really far at the knee and hip. You can get some seriously dynamic ground poses.
Nice. And the heat rod, that whip thing?
Yeah, the heat rod is great. It's made of dozens of little ball-jointed segments.
Oh.
So you can bend it and curl it in all sorts of expressive ways. Very fluid. And the cockpit hatch opens, too.
Oh, cool. With a little pilot figure?
Yep. Detail seat and a little 1100 scale Rambo sitting inside. Perfect. Any downsides to the movement? Minor things.
Well, like a lot of MGs from that time, the shoulder armor can sometimes limit how high you raise the arms straight up.
Okay.
And the shield is pretty hefty, so sometimes the shoulder joint friction might struggle a bit over time. But it's generally solid. Nothing major.
Gotcha. So beyond looking cool on the shelf, what's the actual building experience like? What's in the box?
You get all the iconic Gouf gear. The heat saber and its blade is that cool translucent orange. The big shield, that super bendy heat rod we talked about, and of course the left hand with the built-in 5-barrel machine gun. The finger Vulcan.
Can't have a Gouf without the finger Vulcan.
Exactly. But, crucially, they also give you a standard, regular left hand. A manipulator.
Oh, that's actually really good. For holding the saber or just different poses?
Yeah, adds a lot of versatility. And another neat thing for builders, the power pipes, the energy tubes.
Those can be a pain sometimes.
Right. Well, here, the little ring segments are molded in straight lines on the runner.
So you just slide the soft vinyl cable through them before cutting them off. Super easy. Saves a ton of time and headache.
That's smart engineering. What about decals?
You get both regular stickers and a sheet of the nicer dry transfer decals.
Good, good. And figures. You mentioned Rambaral in the cockpit.
Yep, you get them sitting, and a standing 1100 Rambaral figure, plus a standing Crowley Heyman figure, too.
Oh, nice. Glad they included Heyman.
Yeah, it's a good nod to her importance.
Definitely. And speaking of Rambaral, you can't really talk about the Gouf without talking about the lore, right? Its place in the One-Year War.
Absolutely. The MS-07B Gouf, it was Zeon's step up from the Zaku 2SO foreground combat.
Right.
Designed specifically for better performance on Earth, especially close combat. More power, faster, tougher.
How much bigger or more powerful was it compared to the Zaku 2?
It's a bit taller. The Gouf stands at 18.7 meters, that's about 61.35 feet, versus the Zaku II at 17.5 meters, or 57.4 feet. And the generator output was higher too, 1,034 kilowatts for the Gouf, compared to 976 for the Zaku. Plus, crucially, those built-in weapons like the heat rod and finger Vulcan.
Gave it more options right out of the gate.
Exactly. And yeah, you link that mobile suit straight to Rambaral, the blue giant.
Such an iconic character.
Totally. That line, this is no Zaku boy, no Zaku. It just is the Gouf, isn't it? Embodies its whole identity.
It really does.
And his story, being this honorable old soldier, denied the newer DOMs he should have gotten. It kind of mirrors the Gouf's own fate.
How so?
Well, the Gouf was a superior design for its role, but his production run was fairly short. It represented maybe a more knightly ideal of combat, but it got surpassed pretty quickly by the DOM and the sheer numbers game of the war, the cold logic of mass production.
Huh. Never quite thought of it that way. And Crowley Hammond's inclusion makes sense there, too, as his loyal strategist.
Exactly. She was vital. So who is this kit really for, then?
Good question.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not for total beginners, right? And custom painters. They likely just paint over the clear parts anyway.
True.
This feels like it's aimed squarely at, established Gunpla fans. People who really love the original Universal Century and folks who appreciate the history of master-grade engineering, seeing that 2.0 frame showcased.
If you like what we do here, by the way, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button to stay updated on more deep dives like this.
Good point. So yeah, for the collector, this clear Gouf isn't just a repaint. It's like a crystal tribute.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It uses the transparency to celebrate the mechanics underneath.
Yeah.
It's a real display piece that connects the engineering art with the story. A trophy, like we said.
Definitely a trophy piece.
Yeah.
Which makes you think, doesn't it? In a world where kits keep getting more and more complex, maybe sometimes with layers of armor hiding everything.
Yeah. How does something like this clear version, which deliberately shows the inner workings, change how we appreciate the design? Not just in models, but maybe in anything complex. It sort of makes the hidden genius visible.